we
Hey,
go.
Rachel, how are you? Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
I'm
Welcome to World Cook Dinner. Hey,
good
are
to
you
see you, Dr.
all
Gilbert.
unmelted? Are you all, yeah, sorry, we're a little out of sync here, but are you all, is your ice all gone from where you are?
No, not yet. Our neighborhood is really slushy still. There's a lot of slush. Yeah.
Mhm.
How about you?
Yeah, the roads are clear. The roads are clear. And I tell you what, it was rough though, rough 4 or 5 days, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
all iced in. We had 3 inches of ice on our driveway, so I had to reroute everybody to online, and then we lost power, and then my internet didn't work, and so, so then I regrouped, and because I had changed everything to telehealth, but which requires the internet, and then I
Mhm.
called my neighbor down the road, and I was able to hole up in their office, all private, HIPAA, everything. So I used their internet.
Wow, you've been
Anyway,
through it.
yeah, and then Kenny and I were out there shoveling ice off of the big parking area where people park.
Mhm.
So they'll be all clear for this
Wow.
morning.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of clients I've been talking to this week have been talking about the struggle to get outside and move because it's so icy. You cannot walk
Right.
on them. And I'm grateful I have crampons for my tennis shoes, like running crampons. And so I'm telling you, they're miracle worker. You can get them for like $30 online, and it made you can run on the ice in these things. That's how effective they are. Yeah. So for anybody who wants to still get out there and walk, or just walk to your mailbox without breaking your hip, you got to get some crampons. My husband doesn't have any. So, yeah, they're called the ones I have are called something Trek. There's lots of different ones. If you go to Amazon, they have them at REI. They're these little like things you kind of add to the sole of your shoe, and like the toe of mine have little spikes, kind of like golf shoes, and then the back of the shoe has kind of like a metal coil that helps you grip.
So for real, now, did you run or did you walk?
Well, I was walking, but the ones that I have are for runners. So they have an extra strap over the toe so that they don't ever fall off. And you can literally, and I was walking fast. I mean, I was they're brand new. I just got them for Christmas. So I was testing them out to see, like, could I slide if I tried? How fast can I go? And they were great. They were great. Yeah.
Wow, you're committed. Wow, hats off to you, Rachel. Getting out there in the ice, man.
Yeah,
that's
it was
dedication.
Dedication, man. You can't say no. You got to keep doing it. And actually, so my husband doesn't have a pair of these yet. I'm getting him a pair. So one day he got on his skis and he skied through the neighborhood. And all weekend we pulled our kids behind the truck.
I saw that
on their skis. So,
right.
You got to make the best out of it, right? When you have ice, you make skiing happen, I guess. So.
Yeah, right. Life gives you lemon, you make lemonade, that sort of thing. Yeah. So Rachel.
Yeah.
What if I just didn't wanna? I just, look outside. There's a bunch of ice on the ground. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it today, Rachel.
Yeah. So if we waited till we felt like it every time, I don't know about you, I would never do anything. So I felt like it, right? I mean, if you don't feel like it, then what? What do our feelings tell us? It's cold. It's
hard.
Uncomfortable.
It's hard. It's cold.
It's hard. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, as adults, we all, I think, know that doing hard things is how you get through life, right? We all have to do hard things. We go to work every day, even when we don't want to, we don't feel like it. We take care of our kids. We take care of our parents. We have the hard conversations. We have to mow our lawns, right? We have to do hard things all the time to succeed in life. And I think our health is no different. We have to do the things we don't feel like doing. So
Yeah.
what about
So I think
being,
that go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I didn't realize we were, yeah.
Well, I think you had a post about this recently. Tell us about that post.
Yeah, I
Right on
posted
your
about,
Instagram or Facebook page. Yeah.
it was on Facebook. Yeah, my Facebook group that's called Whole Life Hub. So I made a post that said, feelings have nothing to do with it. And, you know, the rest of the post kind of talked about, I know.
Rachel, that's a little tough love there.
I know. So on Tuesdays in my Facebook group, it's called Tuesday Truth Bomb. And everybody knows in the group that on Tuesday, if you don't want to hear tough love and some really straight shooting, don't look at my Facebook on Tuesdays. Because that's when I'm kind of giving it to you with no fluff and kind of the hard side of things. So yeah, it's some tough love. Feelings have nothing to do with it. Feelings are important. Feelings are helpful to understand and to express, and we have to honor how we feel and understand it. But if we wait till we feel like doing something, we will frequently not become the people that we want to become.
Right. And that has a lot to do with health, because I don't feel like cooking, or I don't feel like going to the grocery store, or I don't feel like eating those vegetables right now.
Right. So one of the tips that I post in the post on Facebook is thinking about the person you want to become and starting to behave like that person now. The best way I know how to do that is to find a role model. So you read a book about people who have done the things you want to do. If I want to learn how to start a business, I might buy a book from somebody who has started a business and learn how to do it. So find role models and learn about what it takes to be that kind of person, and then start being that kind of person now. You've got to do the actions and the behaviors that this role model or this example that you're following, you have to do what they do now. You don't wait till you become this other person, or you don't wait till you become healthy. You start being the person who does the healthy thing. So one of the questions I ask myself, so for example, I eat whole food, plant-based. This is my chosen lifestyle of way of eating, right? And when I am eating food, I will often ask myself, is this what a whole food, plant-based person eats? Because if that's what I want to be and who I am, is this what this person eats? What would this person do right now? Or if I want to be physically fit and have endurance cardiovascularly, what is a person who is physically fit? What do they do? Do they sit on the couch, or do they get up and they go for a walk even though it's cold and gross outside? What do they do?
Yeah, those are some hard questions. Some hard questions. So another way of saying what you're saying is, I don't have to act the way I feel. So I don't have to act the way I feel. So I don't feel motivated to make dinner, but I don't have to act that way. I can act differently.
Right. Yes, I love that. That's a great way of saying it. I don't have to act the way I feel. I can honor my feelings. I can feel my feelings and acknowledge and recognize, I feel blank, but I don't have to act on that. I can still act the way I really want to act. I can still choose a different result.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and sometimes it helps me if I have like plan Bs, so right now, so that acting, that choice, there's less inertia to get there. So I've got all this feeling, maybe negative, frustration, whatever it is, and is not right in that moment consistent with the person I'm trying to be, so that I have some things in place that reduce the inertia to get to that action. And I know I'll tell you what I mean. So today is a great, I feel exhausted kind of because I spent so much energy problem solving and changing things up, and to make sure that things kept going and I maintained communication and connection with my people, right? So, and it was exhausting, and there are other things. And so, like, what's for dinner tonight? I mean, I know that I need to make some healthy food. I don't feel like it. I got energy, nothing. But I got a plan B, and it is something that my husband bought, and it's a mixture of organic brown rice and lentils, and it's got some raisins in there and a lot of Indian spices. There must be another grain or bean or something in there too. And all I have to do, it's healthy, and I know that all I have to do is put it in my Instant Pot with a little water, and I think I just heard the beeper go off. That's all I need to do. So I just shrank the inertia when I don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To a smaller, easier, doable step. But but still in line with who you say you are and who you want to become, and not giving in to how you feel necessarily, not letting it throw you off track.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a system. What you're describing there with our habits, we can make beautiful, wonderful, amazing habits. But if we don't have an entire environment or ecosystem set up to support the habits, it will fail. You are a product of your environment. You are absolutely everything around you. Some excellent books, if you want to read more about this: Atomic Habits by James Clear. Oh my gosh. It just makes it really, really clear how important your environment is and the system that you have. So you have set up a system where you had this in the freezer already. So your environment is supporting you to make that small, tiny step with that little bit of inertia that you have, because you pre-set up an environment like that.
Right. Yeah, that's right. You want to set up your environment for success. Yeah, you have to have places of sanctuary and safety, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's, a couple of, I don't know, like taglines or mantras you might pull from this that I love. I've heard, they're not mine. I don't know where they came from, but one is, be the kind of person who doesn't feel like it, but does it anyway. I love that. So be the kind of person who doesn't feel like blank, but does it anyway. So that really acknowledges you don't feel like it. Okay, that's acceptable, but you do it anyway. And there's a power in that. There's an empowering feeling of, you know what, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm that person.
You might even get a little bit more dopamine from that, from doing something. You might even get a little bit more.
Yes. Well, you and I recently talked about the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. And we know that this part of the brain grows when you do things you don't want to do. And when this part of your brain grows, it increases your ability for resilience, for overcoming trauma, for actually linked with longevity and purpose. So doing the thing you don't want to do actually grows a part of your brain in a healthy way. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The other mantra that I love is you can ask yourself, do I want what I want more than what I want right now? So what do I want right now? I want to stay warm and cozy. I don't want to get off the couch. I want to watch my show. I want to scroll on Facebook. I want to, keep eating handfuls of popcorn, whatever. But what do I really want? And do I want that more than what I want right now? That's a tough question.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. So you're talking about just kind of stopping, being in the moment, having that mindfulness and asking yourself those questions, and then really thinking through it and then making a decision. Yeah.
Yeah. Not based on feeling.
Very good.
Yeah.
Not based on feeling. Yeah. So these are things that we can practice. We don't have to be perfect, but we can practice them. And then we'll be better. Yeah. We'll be healthier. Yeah. So So Rachel, I told you what I'm having for dinner. It's I might add a little more protein to that.
Mhm.
I don't know, some grass-fed beef or something like that. But what are you having for dinner?
Yeah. So for dinner, I set myself up, my environment up a couple days ago, and prepped and made an instant pot. I Googled pinto beans. I had a bag of dry pinto beans, and I'm like, I wasn't sure. I just Googled vegan instant pot pinto bean recipe, and I got lucky. It is such a great recipe. But what I've done to it, and this is something that we've been talking about more with culinary coaching and coaching around food, is one of the questions is, how can I add more vegetables to it? So the soup itself had onions and bell peppers and poblano peppers and tomatoes and beans, and anyway, some of the things you would normally think of in a soup. But once the soup was made, my question was, how can I boost this? How can I put more vegetables? So once the soup was ready, I put it in a bowl over some chopped spinach, and that was on the base of it. So that's going to wilt down. And then I topped it with some scallions and some parsley and cilantro and some sauerkraut, my fermented food. So just kind of tossing things on top and layering it up and getting more of those plants, right? The diversity plants, trying to see how many I can get in one meal. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's great. Getting those 30 plants in your week. I'm sure you're well on your way to that with that one dish.
With
so
that one
that's
dish.
super.
Right.
Yeah. With that one dish. So that you talk about culinary coaching. You and I are both kind of learning more about that. And we're hoping to bring that maybe in February, March, bring that to our Facebook Live or whatever, or YouTube Live or Instagram, whatever. We're hoping to bring more of that to you here on this platform, but then we're both trying to figure out how to help people get into the kitchen, do that hard thing, maybe do a little cooking where they try a new vegetable, just getting more whole food into their body and enjoying what they're doing. So anyway, stay tuned for all of that.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm so glad that the ice is gone, or mostly gone. And it doesn't look like there's any more bad weather, ice weather anyway in sight. Maybe a little rain, but happy for the rain right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, go get out there and walk in the rain.
Well, you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
I'm going to get some of those. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.